fellow ancients, welcome back to the channel and the first video of the year. I hope you all had a good Christmas and a happy new year, as if you can remember it. Anyway, the first video of the year, we are making another model kit build. But first, we will review the kit first before we start. So pretty much all of us knows what we're working on. And then, like what we did with the de Havilland Vampire, we will build the whole aircraft up step by step, and then pretty much like the Vampire, at the very end, if I can get information on its particular aircraft as well, we'll do that in the last episode. But if not, we'll just do the history in general on the aircraft. Right. Let's have a look what we got today, or for indeed this series. Right, so we got the SBD3 Dauntless from Midway. Well, I do like the look of that picture. That is a really nice picture. Model kits, a lot of them still make so many amazing pictures. That's obviously going to be inspiration for us as we go through the build. There we go. Of course, the instructions. Many things. We've got two different aircraft that we can go to. Right, let's see. We got one from Yorktown, which is B10. And, oh yes, guys, if anyone knows how to get the information from these particular aircraft, please let me know in the comments section below, as I would like to try and find out if any of these aircraft survived. So B10 from York, and we got B5 from USS Enterprise. Is 1942. Now we'll put that right properly in a moment. Right. The water slide transfers with the the see-through plastic for the cockpit as well. That looks very nice. It's unlike all the other ones that I've done in the past. Metal. It actually got metal in it. Got to be in for something. The wings look very nice size. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good build. I think we should get on with it. But first, before we start, we will get everything all out and wipe it down, wash it off, so that if there is anything that may interfere with the glue, then by all means it shouldn't affect it. So I will do that off camera, and then we'll go back to this bit to get on with this brand new build. I do enjoy builds like this. I've been really looking forward to this. So let's get cracking. Right, all the parts have now been cleaned. So let's get on with a little bit of time lapse to get on with starting the new project off. is how far we've gotten so far in the build. We got the cockpit pretty much all set up now, apart from the tail gunner, which all we got to do. But first, before we get that far, we will get some transfers onto the aircraft, because the goal of this episode is essentially get all this built up first with the rear gun and set up ready to go, so that literally when we move on to finishing the enclosure of the cockpit, we will be able to move on to actually installing it, building the airframe up. So for those who didn't watch the last series, the Vampire build, I will just give you a quick reminder on how to do to apply water transfers. If you look at the instructions here, we got 3 transfers put on. No, sorry, 4. We got pretty much all cockpit canopy. So what we will do is we'll get our... You might have an alternative way of doing it, but I find easier with nail scissors. So essentially remove my apologies, I just want to make sure I get this absolutely right. If I go quiet, that is, I'm just trying to make sure I get this all done as best as I can. Well, we might have cut that slightly, that bit there, but fortunately I don't think it'll affect it too much. Actually, anyway, right, we will get, let's say, one of the items that one of the actual transfers that we are going to do, we will cut it out from the main part. So let's say number 30, which, as you can see on the instructions, is here. We will cut that piece out. And then place in water. Essentially what happens is that the water takes away the sealant that's on the backing paper. And pretty much, my apologies if the camera wasn't in, the bowl wasn't in the shot. It doesn't really take too long for this. Don't worry, I won't be doing all of it, explaining it all, but this is for people who haven't watched the last series. Right, let's see. Is it pliable now? Nope, not pliable yet. I don't know when this model kit was made, so they may take a little bit longer than expected to undo regarding the glue. There's probably going to be a couple of bits cut out of the video simply because of the fact that I was having camera issues. So if there is big chunks out of it, my apologies. I will try my best not to have that sort of thing happen, but I did have camera issues. Right. But fortunately, they're all resolved. Nope. Because regarding any of my projects I do, I always take a few days to do them, well, a couple of items at a time, simply because this has had 2 days worth of, well over 24 hours, 2 coats of paint, and 1 or 2 more items need to go in there, but I'm just getting the water slide transfers in now. to make life easier. Oh, the numbers come off, so that means nope. Oh, we'll cut to the bit where it actually starts coming off. Right, now we're back to it. Unfortunately, we did have a little bit of a rip on the part of this, so what we might have to do is do it in two parts. So we'll get the first part on, try to get as much of it on as possible. And then have it stick on my finger because of reasons. That's it. That's what we want. That's the first part. So we'll use the nail scissors to get it more in position. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, no, never mind it. Damn it. I hate it when that happens, so I'll just have to do a little bit of that in black paint just so that I can cover that. But for now, we'll move on to the time lapse. But you get the idea, essentially. Yeah, I think this is because of the fact that these are older water transfers. So, right, let's get on with it, and then I will put you to time lapse so that as if I just don't give up on this whole idea in the first place. Okay. Oh yeah, and while I'm waiting for that to set itself through, I will get the paints out and paint the machine guns while they're still in the sprue, but simply because of the fact that I might be able to get some more detail on them. Right, let's get on with it. Right, fellow Rangers, time to get the machine gun put together. Back to time lapse. Right, guys, as you can see, the gun is pretty much where it should be. The holder has been made up, and the cockpit. If you notice on the by the panel, I've painted that black where the water transfer ripped, so that it just looks more of the part, even though it's not the actual bit there. So I do hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please consider putting a subscribe in, because you really don't want to miss out on the rest of this build. If you feel like drop it in a comment asking about anything regarding this build or anything else going on in the channel, please feel free to do so. But for now, thank you very much for all watching, and till next time, Lone Ranger signing off.